Early this morning, the CCSA reported 9,317 new cases around the nation and 87 deaths exacerbated by the virus. As the use of Sinovac and AstraZeneca vaccines in series has now been deemed the best solution to combat the Indian variant, which appears to be less than well prevented by the Chinese Sinovac alone, and that according to the Chief of Clinical Virology at Chulalongkorn University. It's also being recommended that the time between the two shots be reduced to just 6 weeks, speeding up the process of developing in-body ability to fight the infections. This as it's now been finally confirmed that any form of current vaccine does not make you immune to the virus and does not prevent you from catching or passing it on. That now is an unquestionable fact, as recent reports from the UK, where vaccine programs have been far advanced in numbers than here, and similar to Thailand are seeing more and more of the Indian variant, so more and more people who've had vaccinations, the full course, are developing the virus. Those who've had the vaccination do catch the virus and do show symptoms such as coughing, headache, dizziness, sore throat, fever, and sensitive skin. And above all, they require quarantine to prevent the spread. But the good news is that the vaccine reduces the chances of you having the more severe symptoms, such as advanced pneumonia and lung infections that can lead to a complete shutdown. Wearing masks and keeping social distancing, then, is still a major factor in self-protection, even for those who've had the shots. And clinical research, according to the government's own PBS, is showing that a person fully inoculated with 2 doses of the Chinese-made Sinovac vaccine will see its effectiveness drop by half every 40 days. And referring to clinical research jointly conducted by Biotech and the Clinical Research Centre at Thammasat University. Not good news for our region, but for the so-called dark red provinces around the capital, the government has approved a relief program for businesses and employees affected by the virus. In Bangkok, Nakhon Pathom, Nonthaburi, Pathum Thani, Samut Prakan, Samut Sakhon, Narithawat, Patani, Yala and Songkhla, those affected and working in the majority of business types will qualify for half salary from the government, up to 7,500 baht, with Thai nationals entitled to other benefits too. Self-employed can claim up to 5,000 a month, and businesses who employ staff under the Social Security scheme can claim 3,000 baht per employee, a first for employers for sure. Reports from those dark regions around the capital show some 299 people have been arrested at checkpoints set up to manage the enforced curfew in those regions. Over 140 checkpoints have now been set up, 88 within the capital itself. Despite yesterday's news, there is good news coming from the FDA, according to Thai PBS, in that the over-the-counter test kits will be available for sale by as early as next week. Yesterday saw reports that the CCSA had not approved the move. Today's Royal Gazette, we're told, shows that it has been approved. No word on why or how the decision has been reconsidered, but good news for sure. What isn't allowed is the sale of kits over the internet for good reason, as some will be fake for sure, and others not approved for use and coming from other countries. COVID-19 antigen test kits will be available to the public from medical institutions, medical clinics and pharmacies. There is concern, however, that many will use the kits improperly, leading to false results, and that they certainly will not be as accurate as the tests used by medics themselves. But they are commonly used in the Western world, and if showing a fail, encourage prospective patients to seek medical assistance at hospitals. In Samut Prakan, over 1,200 people have filed for compensation for damage caused during the explosion at the polystyrene factory at the start of the month, with a final claim figure estimated to be around 423 million baht. It includes homes, damage to homes, vehicles and personal property. This as the factory operator has been ordered to relocate to a licensed industrial zone if they wish to rebuild. In Tak province, 15 more illegal immigrants have been caught following tip-offs from local villagers. Once again, they claim to have paid upwards of 20,000 baht to be smuggled into Thailand with the promise of work in Samut Sakhon and our own province of Chonburi. And once again, the authorities have not released the names of prospective employers, with many wondering what, if any, action is taken to investigate those who are alleged to be offering work at any cost. And the gateway to the north, Nakhon Sawan, has introduced screening for all travelling through the province, which is the major route to Chiang Mai and most of the north of Thailand. Temperature testing and questioning will be obligatory as they seek out those who fled from the dark zones, which currently are supposed to be in lockdown. This in an attempt to reduce the spread of the virus to northern regions. Meanwhile, in our own area, as residents endured the first night of adjusting to what is effectively a nighttime lockdown, road checkpoints were being set up around the province, including Pattaya. Early this morning, the province announced a further 513 new cases, our own area of Banglamung being at the top with 128, followed by Chonburi City at 77, Sirachar at 121 and Satahip at 14. And in discussion with hotel and guest house owners here, we found that many plan to close due to the lack of Bangkok visitors, which has kept them barely open. Chonburi is not on the list of provinces released yesterday where employers and employees will receive compensation for COVID effect. This has left many reeling, as Pattaya has so far struggled, and many businesses are on their last legs without any form of assistance. And with the Met Office promising highs today of 32, dropping down to around 29 in the evening, and a chance of rain at any time. Local and national news today from Fabulous 103 FM and Fabulous Pattaya Media Group. And to get a notification every time we release another bulletin or program, like and subscribe to our channel, Fabulous Pattaya Media Group, by using the link below.